Hello, friends. Are you ready for November? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I don't know if you're feeling the energy, but I am feeling it. And this month, I'm going to talk about what is going on with November. So I checked in with my guides to find out the themes that we all need to be focusing on in order to really propel us in our spiritual and our soul growth, our soul evolution. That is what we are here for on planet Earth. So I thought, let's find out each month what it is we can focus on to really make the most of our time here. So apparently, November is going to be a little bit of a handful from what my guides have said. I'm not looking forward to that. That doesn't sound great. They said that November is going to be a time of change. I mean, I feel like we've already had enough change, but apparently there's more change coming. What they talked about, and by the way, I put it all in a document that you can look down below if you want to see word for word what they had to say. But they talked about that there's been a lot of energy going on the planet. We've been feeling it. I've been feeling it. I know you've been feeling it. And it's tightening. I'm doing this motion. I'm doing this motion because the image that came through was one of a hurricane. And so this energy has been tightening and tightening and tightening. And this month is going to feel particularly tight. So it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. And the first piece of advice they gave to us was to drop into presence. When dramatic events happen in the world, when things that particularly appear negative or harsh or damaging or dramatic or all of the negative words, it is easy for us to go into panic mode. It's easy for us to start freaking out, to start complaining, to start stressing out, to go into full blown anxiety. Perhaps you are in that state with all of the global and national, if you're in the United States, events that are going on. It's easy for us to flare up. And so my guide said that it's in these times, it's really important for us to drop into the present moment. One thing I learned long ago is that every event, and my guides talk about this as well, every event has positive and negative. Every event has an equal and opposite reaction, meaning something that is good is going to have a negative consequence built in there as well. And something that seems negative is also going to have something positive that comes out of it. So that as we sink into the present moment and can view things to start to have a little bit of impartiality, we don't see the positive that's going to be coming out of these negative situations. My guide said that in our human form, we just don't have the perspective. We just can't see the bigger, broader picture that's at play. But for example, if we're talking about destruction, if there's destruction happening, I hope that there isn't, but it's happening all over the place. When destruction happens, the opportunity is for things to be rebuilt better, stronger, because we've learned from what was destroyed the weak spots where it didn't work well. And so while the destruction can feel very catastrophic, it then creates a new place, form, opportunity to build something new in its place. So they aren't saying that we need to be in a happy, positive, let's see all of the wonderful kumbaya stuff coming up, but they simply recommended for our spiritual growth, when these dramatic things happen, for us to simply drop into the present moment and to see the present things that are occurring as neutrally as we can. And if we are inspired into action, to take action, but otherwise to be in alignment with our true selves in that present moment as much as possible. Which then leads us into the second thing that they talked about, which is inspired motivation. So often we get caught up in our to-do lists. We get caught up in all of the things we think we need to do and all of the things we worry that things are going to fall apart if we don't do them, or this person's going to be angry with us if we don't do them. And often when we're doing that, when we're doing all of our actions and activities that are just with that motivation, it doesn't really go very far. Like, it doesn't really build anything. It doesn't really bear any fruit. I don't know if you've experienced this. I certainly have in previous jobs where I put all of this energy and mental construct into creating something. And then, maybe it lasts 6 months, a year, doesn't necessarily last me leaving. And all of the drama and stress really didn't matter at all. But when we are able to tap into our inner knowing, our inner self, our intuition, into tapping into the energies that are at play to see what's propelling us forward, and we ride on that wave in action. Those are the actions that really take root. Those are the actions that actually bear fruit in the world, and where we really feel like that we're in the flow of creation and doing the cosmic dance with the universe and with the world. So they really talked about how important it was for us to listen to what it is we're actually being called and motivated into action, so that it isn't about the stress, the drama, the to-do list, but it is really about tuning into yourself. So remember, back in October, we talked about that. We talked about tuning into the self and listening to the self, the true self. Now we're being asked to not only listen to that self, but listen to what it is we're being guided to do. Because they talked about that we're all a part of I don't want to use the word army because that's kind of violent. There's violent connotations with that, but that we're all part of a movement. You who are watching this are part of this movement. I guarantee you that we are here on planet Earth to be bringing in a new energy, a new dynamic, a new Earth, as Eckhart Tolle would talk about. We have marching orders. We are being given actions by the flow of the universe, by God, by our higher self, whatever you want to allocate it to, but that we are receiving instructions about what we need to be doing to help bring forward this new earth. And so if you're stressing out about getting done what Sally had asked you to do 3 weeks ago, you're not listening to what the universe needs you to do in this moment. So get silent and find out what is propelling you forward. I did a video that talks about how to listen to this. I'll link it at the end. Oh, pay attention, it's coming. But I just love it. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of just surfing the energies, letting it propel us forward. I find that there's so much more happens. It's so much more fruitful when we listen to what we're being guided to do. Okay, and number three. Number three is a little bit of a repeat of last month. Last month we talked about soothing. This month the focus is a little bit more on rest, because there are so many energies going on. And if you're not like an energy person, you can just say dramatic global events, because there are so many dramatic global events going on. And the holidays are coming up. For those of you in the United States, Thanksgiving's coming, and so you got some family time, perhaps family drama to deal with as well. But November being such an intense month, it's going to be really important for us to rest, for us to, again, listen to ourselves to say, I just need a moment to myself right now, or a day, or even a week. Like I said, you might need to take a week where you just get away from everything and everybody. Go and book that trip at the coast or at the mountain or in the middle of the desert, whatever calls you, to get away and to give yourself the deep replenishment and rest going on. Now, I'm remembering back in October, they said something was going to be getting on in December. And I think November is the build up to that. Like November, the pressure is building for some sort of explosion in December. I'm not looking forward to that. So the more we can rest in preparation for whatever drama is about to kick off, the better. Okay, well, that's what November has in store for us. Get the worksheet down below with the actual text from my guides. I even put in a few little prompts to help you kind of prepare and think about November and get yourself ready for what is going to be unleashed, or is tightening up, I guess, is the information that we're receiving here. And if you want to find out what happens in December, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notified when the December update comes out. and any other videos that I get up to. And if you want to join my newsletter, it's down below. So is my website. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff. So go ahead and check it out, and check out the video about how to listen to your intuitive senses to live an intuitively guided life. And on that note, I will see you in the future.